Hi guys, it's Christy from Organic Road Designs, and I am going to show you how to use our Chalkology paste from Couture. So, I just started this. I am the owner of Organic Road Designs, and we are a small home decor and personalized gift boutique. It's ran out of my home. Earlier, I mentioned we are moving from Lebanon Peddlers Mall to here out of our home. So I just became a independent consultant with Couture. It is a really cool thing. So I wanted to show you guys how to use the Chalkology paste and what it is. So Chalkology paste comes in a little jar like this, and it has got a really cool consistency. You have to stir it up before you leave. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. So that's a really cool consistency, and the really cool thing about this is that it is not permanent using the paste. However, once it dries, and I played around with this earlier today, so once it dries, you can rub your finger on it and it's not going to come off. So you can have a beautiful piece of decor in your home that you have made yourself, and you don't have to worry about it coming off. Now, if you want to get that off, all you have to do is, and I'm actually going to move the camera down. So if you guys have any comments, please make sure you list them below. I will absolutely get back to each and every one of you. Thank you and for tuning in to check this out. But let me get this turned down here and we'll show you how to remove this stuff. Okay, whoops. Now my thing is going to be wonky on me. Sorry there, guys. I had it all set up before. I'm having technical difficulties. Oh my good Lord. I think it might be my little light here, so let me just remove that. There we go. Yep. That's exactly what it was. It was my little light that was giving me technical difficulties. So, this is my board that I was playing around with earlier, so that way I wasn't doing this brand new live. And so, I used a couple of the small little stencils that we had, used our Chalkology paste. And of course I showed you right here that it does not, it's dry and it doesn't come off. So you can have a piece, and then say if you change your mind, you just take some water, spray it on your design, just like so. Take your paper towel, and it comes right off. So if you found a new design that you wanted to do, and you already have this piece of board, then you were able to take and update that for like just the cost of the stencil, the transfer actually. So our chalk is, it's a specially formulated paste that can be used on a variety of surfaces that can help you create beautiful artwork that won't be rubbed off or ruined when people touch it. So just like that, you're able to have a fresh surface again to create a new masterpiece. So now it is our Chalkology paint or paste. It will come off as long as you have not sealed it, right? If you want it sealed, then you are perfectly fine to seal it with just a clear coat. But it is not guaranteed to come off if you use it on a surface that is not Chalkology or not from Couture. However, you can put this paste on any boards, any surface that you want, but just know that it could possibly become permanent. So this is our transfer that I am going to use. Or let me spray this down some more. Got all that sheen off there. So each transfer comes in a plastic bag, and it has instructions on the back for your use and care. You can see this is the first time I'm opening this one. Let me get this open here. You want to make sure that you store your transfers flat when you get them, just because you don't want creases or crinkles or anything like that in there. So we're going to do, and sorry it's backwards, I haven't quite figured out the reverse section on this video yet, but yeah, so I'll figure that out. But it's going to say, today I choose, and then we can either put chocolate or joy on there, okay? So with this is how your transfer comes. So you want to take and cut these pieces along the lines. Do you see the lines right there? So what these transfers are, they are they're made of a special reusable silk screen with a light pressure sensitive adhesive backing. So these are not just like a typical stencil or transfer that you could buy. I'm trying to keep this in frame here. There's actually a silk screen in here. So once you get your one piece cut, you want to remove it. And then they want you to, so it's not so sticky, you want to take like a towel, lay it down, pull it back up, lay it down, and pull it back up. And it's just so that way it can help get some little bits of fuzzies on there, so that way it's not sticking so hard to your surface. So I'm going to take and place that today I choose, and we're going to place this right about, yeah, I'm going to put it right about there. Now with this, you don't want to use a squeegee or anything. You just want to use your finger and rub it around the whole word or your whole design, your stencil here, your transfer. So that way you can make sure all the air bubbles are out, and you don't have any chance of any of your paste seeping through outside of this. Now, I think we're going to use chocolate today, because I always love chocolate. So, and the beauty about this, since you have these two words, you can take, and if you one day you decide you want joy, then you can absolutely take and use your water to remove that and update it. So let's put your transfer down. And again, I'm going to rub this in real good, you know, so that way I know that it's all stuck on here. There we go. I'm getting all my bubbles out, so that way it's good. So now I'm going to take my paste, and I think I am going to use, I want to show you this one. I didn't stir this one consistently up. So this one, this is what the paste will look like after it's been sitting. So what you'll want to do with this, you want to take a plastic stir stick, and we actually have a multi-tool. This one I'm actually using my orange peeler from Tupperware until I get my multi-tool. But you want to take and stir this up until you get a nice consistency. Just like so. Because you don't want it to be like clumpy looking. You want it to look like it is like slime. Any of you guys have kids out there? Yeah, I do too. Kayla, she constantly does the slime stuff still, being 16. So you want to stir it up till it kind of looks like slime. So I'm not going to use green, so I'm going to put that back. I am, however, going to use this one is called Couture Teal. So I'm going to use that. And then I'm also going to use guava. So let me get this little guy right here. So you want to keep paper towels on hand. So that way you can just clean up your tools. So now I'm going to take, I think I'm going to use my teal on the top part here where it says today I choose. So this is our little squeegee. However, I do like to take and use my little thing here to dip this out and kind of put this on here. Do you guys see that? Can you see that? All right. So I use this. You use it very sparingly, but you want to make sure you have a good coat, because once you get all this scraped off or plugged in, and I'll show you, you can actually take and put it back in your jar to reuse it. So therefore, this little jar will last for a long while. So you take your squeegee or your little scrapers thing here, and you just make sure you spread it over all the words. And you want to make sure you get everything covered, okay? Just because this is a silk screen, so therefore you don't want to miss any pieces, so that way everything is totally covered here. So you just take and you also want to make sure that this doesn't dry on you, so you work fast. So you can take and scrape this off after you get everything on there. And see, look, I've actually got down here where I scraped it onto there, but don't worry, because after we're done, we'll be able to fix that. Okay. So with this that I have left, see that I scraped? I'm just going to take and scrape that back into my jar here. Let me put my lid on this, so that way the air, after you use your jar, you definitely want to make sure you put your lid back on it. Let me get this dried off here. Make sure I don't have any teal in it. Okay, so now with this transfer, you want to peel either from the side or from the top. So top to bottom or side to side. You don't ever want to peel corner to corner, because if you peel corner to corner, you can stretch your design. So we are going to peel side to side. Okay. So if I'm taking and I am got that off. So now what I do with this, I've got a tub of water over here. So you just want to take and lay that in your water, because you want to make sure you get the paste off of your silk screen. Okay. And then you always want to make sure you lay it with your adhesive side up. Okay, don't lay it with your adhesive side down. So I'm going to set this over to the side so it can dry. Let me dry my hands off here. Now, so these little spots right here, we can take and we will correct those after we're done doing our chocolate bit here. So our consistency is good. I just stirred these right before we got on. So I'm going to take, since this is a bigger one, I'm not going to use my little thing. So I'm just going to scoop a little bit of paste out. And then just make sure I work it all the way over my stencil. Or transfer, I'm sorry. I keep calling it a stencil. So used to Cricut, right? Making a stencil. But anyways, so you take and you scrape it over your transfer. And of course, if you need more paste, get in. Make sure you use this very generously, but very sparingly, because you always want to take and scrape off. You don't want a whole ton on when you go to dump it in your water to clean. So you want to take, making sure you scrape it all right back off. Put it in your jar. I'm going to tighten my jar up here. I'm done with this. I'm just going to drop it in my water. So I'm done. Okay, so I've got everything in here. So now I'm going to pull this transfer off now. And again, you want to do side to side, not corner to corner, okay? So that way you don't stretch your transfer. Now these transfers are reusable. So as long as you take care of it according to the directions, you can reuse this transfer time and time again. So let me get this put down in here so that way that can get dried. Okay, so this is where I'm at so far. And here you can see where I did not put enough, make sure it squeezed in there. So I can take and redo that just with the water. So these mistakes right here, we're going to take and we're going to clear those off real quick. That's how awesome this stuff is. So I got some water on my paper towel here, and I'm just going to rub this right there to get that off. Rub that, and rub that like so. So that is my masterpiece that I created with the stencils that came in my kit. And of course, you know, you can always just get back through and check on everything. Now this is something that I did. I picked up, I don't even know where I got this from. But I did a little small transfer on it, and it says Hello Spring. And you guys can see that paste is not coming off if I rub it. So even though it's not permanent, it dries to the touch. And so if a kid or somebody picks it up and is playing with it, it's not going to smudge your work. But if you want to change it, you would just take and use your water. Now, I have not tried, since this is not a Chalk Couture item, I haven't tried to take it off with water, but let's see. Let's see how it goes, okay? So we're putting some water in there. And look, it actually, this is coming off. It's coming off real nicely. So I could take and update this for every holiday if I wanted to. So, yeah. So there, it creates reusable pieces in your home. So, that is what I have for you guys. I just wanted to take a quick 15-20 minutes to go over what Chalkology or Chalk Couture is, since I'm adding that into workshops. We will have other we're doing surveys on my VIP group, or actually I guess they're called polls, on my VIP group, so that way I can get the classes built for what you guys want. So if you want, drop, wave, say hi, or whatever you want to do. Let me know where you're watching from. If you want more information about Chalk Couture, let me know. I can absolutely get you in on my VIP group also. So thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day.